What's up, it's DJ. Here's your Farm Sim news for Monday, November 3rd. We're going to start off today with the mod wait times, or the lack of. Because if you've been poking around the Giants forum looking for the mod wait times, the mod testing list, well, you're not going to find it. I was checking this out about 2 weeks ago, and I noticed that the wait times were not there anymore. Granted, they had not been updated in about 2 months anyway, so really wasn't too concerned about it. I reached out to Giants for clarification, and it looked like the wait times weren't supposed to be there recently anyway, and they were still there, so they just went ahead and removed them. So technically, nothing had changed, although the perception or the visual of it had. I didn't talk about this when it first happened because it just simply wasn't really news. Nothing technically changed, but I have had some questions, so just wanted to clarify. Now, talking about the expansion a little bit that's coming out tomorrow. First up, I've had a couple people asking, where is the equipment list on the website? Well, usually we get equipment lists at least a couple days before the DLC or something like that, but I'm guessing this might appear tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Fortunately, I've already got videos on everything, so you're good there. I haven't released my videos on the productions nor the new placeable stuff yet, but those will be coming out over the next 2 days, so keep an eye out for that. As for when you can expect the DLC to be released, I'm guessing we'll see it probably tomorrow at 2 p.m. CET, which is going to be 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 a.m. Pacific Time. This is when they've been releasing literally everything except for new games, so I wouldn't expect anything to be different here. It's also the same time as embargoes, so there's that as well. And speaking of, as far as embargoes go, I don't think there's any more embargoes set out there, so all information out is not only current, but will be the exact same information you would have tomorrow morning whenever the DLC comes out. I'm also curious if you guys are excited about it. Let me know. If you're not excited about it, let me know as well. Some players woke up this morning to an update to Farming Simulator 25. It received patch 1.14.01. This changelog was they fixed the GDM conversion when increasing the number of channels. Now, this has to do with map files in the game. And to simplify it down, these would break when they added more data layers, like extra terrain or crop layers. What you need to know, though, is there was an issue with foliage on Hutampantai, I believe, after version 1.14, and on a couple mod maps as well, and that has been fixed up. Now we're going to jump over to modder news. We actually have 3 modders that are working on things right now for the DLC. The first one is Chris S. and Riley S., who look to be not only working on a planter for onions, but also a harvester. From the outside, these appear to be the Kinsey planter to win all the onion rows, and then we also have something from the Colossus pack, the big beet harvester or vegetable harvester that is going through harvesting everything. I figured it wouldn't be too long before we started seeing modified things that will be coming to support things in the DLC, and well, it looks like it's happening before it's even released. Additionally, Chris says that the Kinsey planter update is done. They say they got a couple more small tweaks and that they should be well received. So I'm very excited about that. But that's not all. They're also updating their Colossus pack. They said they're waiting for a couple small tweaks. And they also say to please know that they did not get the PF setting on the sprayer yet. That's the precision farming. Additionally, onions and mirror cameras from the MB trucks pack have been the main focus of this update. They will be getting precision farming set up with the next update, along with a couple minor changes that they want to do. They say it'll likely be after the holiday break, though. And lastly, from them, their auto load pack went back into testing last Friday after submitting a ticket to Giants. I'm not quite sure what happened, but if you'd like to dig a little bit deeper, of course, there are links to Chris and Riley's YouTube page down below if you'd like to check that out. Now let's pop over and talk about BB Mods. How's about this one? They started working on a small production mod for making fish food, complete with simplified recipes. You may be able to see in that placeable that they've got right there that not only are they on the new map with all the new equipment, but also they've got little bits and bobs from other productions in there, which I find super cool. Now, I've been able to chat a little bit with BB Mods about this. I'm not going to spoil all the surprises just yet, but it is going to be a much easier and much more simplified way to make fish food. Currently, the way that it's done is you have to go through one production, then you get to the fish food. You have to take products to the fish food. This will allow you to just deliver all the raw products to it, and you'll be able to make fish food because it technically has all the other productions built in, at least visibly, of course. Still very neat, and I do plan on using this in my series once he's got it finished up. And we got one more person working on mods, at least that I know of. Yes, they are working on Highlands Fishing liftable pallets. So for those of you guys playing on console, or maybe you're playing on PC and don't know how to use heavy lift for whatever reason, you'll be able to take any new pallets from the Highlands Fishing expansion and pick them up. You may notice from the screenshot that's on the screen, though, they are not the same as the ones in the game. This is because all DLC files are locked, and in order to get the ones that are in the game, well, things would have to be cracked, and that's illegal. Additionally, there'll be a pallet shop, which includes free or paid for pallets. So no matter how you play, there will be an option for you. Some great news from Casearias Modding, as their Case IH Magnum 8900 will be making its return. This has been a super popular mod in the past, and I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to it and asking about it, and I'm so grateful that I get to tell you guys it's happening. Oh, and the 890L loader that came with it back in Farm Sim 22 will be returning with it as well. This mod pack in general has just been an absolute staple in the past, and I'm super happy that we get to see it again. More red tractors, as SiiD Modding's got a new video on their International TX178 prototype. Now, of course, as you can see from this screenshot, there are quite a few things missing from it, so don't be judging it too hard yet. Still needs to work on some decals and maybe some new configs, but I'm not quite sure. Generally, SiiD Modding shows off configurations when they're done. With this one, only wheel brand, wheel setup, and front loader attacher options, with a engine of 120 horsepower, manual transmission, obviously 329 liters of fuel, goes 30 kilometers per hour, and it weighs 4.3 tons. SiiD Modding does have a short video on his YouTube channel showing this off, titled Prototype Comes to Life. It's about a minute 44 seconds, so if you want to check that out, it is linked down below for you guys. Next, let's check out some mods coming from HR Forst. We have the Volvo Riedla pack. Now, this will include a logging version of the FH16, along with a 2-axle and 3-axle trailer. One thing to note here is they do say that this is an update, I think. They say, here's things that have been changed and reworked. And I'll be honest, for the life of me, I can't figure out what that is. I do know they have their Volvo FH16 pack out, so maybe it has something to do with that. Regardless, we've got some new buckle belts and new colors, new cabin design, various things on the vehicles have been fixed up, various shop options added, of course, 2-axle trailer, elevator axis, I don't know what that is, real GPS, and a 3-axis trailer now gradually extended in the game. No longer available in the shop, so you can change it up there. It's pretty cool. I did look. I don't think they released this mod in FS22. They certainly haven't released it in 25, so not quite sure what the things that have been changed and reworked would be referring to. Maybe it's a translation issue. Just want to be honest with you, that's all. SiiD Modding's got their RCM CT Plus trailer in the game. It's been a couple weeks since we talked about this, when they first announced not only the partnership, but the mod itself. As you can see, it can be used as a tipper, or it can be used to load up vehicles, which is very handy. And SiiD says that it will be for all platforms. Additionally, SiiD says that the trailer works only on your own purchased land, and that is a game limitation. I'm not sure if that means just the dumping, which is pretty normal, or if it has anything to do with loading things up in the back. Regardless, we'll find out. How's about we get something cool from Mr. Adub Modding? They say their John Deere RC6M mower has made its way into Giant's editor, and now it's time to get the i3D set up and all the coding done. This was posted yesterday, so very, very quick update on this one. They're hoping to get it finished up and sent off for testing as quickly as possible so the players can use it before the holiday season. Another name that we've already talked about today is also credited on it, Chris and Riley. They've worked on the decals, and they say it turned out great, and I have to agree. Now, in my neck of the woods, we would call something like this a bush hog, no matter what it is, kind of like Kleenex is all nose tissue. I don't know if you would call this a field mower. I'm not exactly sure what the real name for this kind of machine would be. I'm a digital farmer, not a real one, but hey, if you guys know, please let me know. That way I can use the correct terminology. So some pretty cool news from Ikas. We get the large barn dominium, or the big barn dominium, which they are calling the Barn Dom. Okay, maybe they're not saying it like that. Maybe they're just saying it like Barndom. There you go. That sounds a lot better. It's got a little bit of a new colorway, a little bit of a darker setup here, which I really like. And it also has a couple similarities to the small barn dominium, while not making it just like they're the same mod. In addition to this cream color on the side, they've also got a really nice dark gray too, so that's going to look good. And of course, you've got those massive garage doors in the front. Oh yeah. Of course, here they're showing it off with 3 of the most popular trucks in the game, plus they got that big old semi truck. It's looking great. Now, not only that, we also get to see around the inside of it as well. So we get to see the large great room, which includes a nice staircase, plus the fireplace area, I'm guessing. There's that. We have a nice loft on the top of it with an area underneath, which is very, very cool. And that loft upstairs looks to have a couple doors, which will go to other rooms. So nice seating room. I don't know, if I lived in this house, that's probably where I would make YouTube videos. It's a beautiful spot. Everything's still being worked on, but we do know what things are going to look like. We got 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, big open living space with kitchen and fireplace. Lots of new stuff, lots of new decorations, and new ideas. But we don't get to see all of that yet. Now, we got some new screenshots today from Blacksheep Modding talking about the Piscinier Valley. We get to see a couple screenshots around the map from the main farm, which they say is the real center of the map. It also has a name, but I can't pronounce it. As far as everything around it, you'll find the village, which they say is the heart of the local life. The farm on the heights dedicated to a pig farm and a small farm nestled along the country road. So that's 3 farms right there. But one cool thing, Blacksheep Modding said there are 5 farms in total, 5 farms, 1 living valley. And the best news of all, it is now gone into internal testing, which means the Blacksheep Modding team, them, the guys around them, the people they trust, will have the map, and they'll be playing around with it, trying to find all the little things that need to be fixed up. This is just one of the many steps that the mod has to take. Of course, once it passes internal testing, then it will go off to Giants for testing, and because it's a map, it will go back and forth probably a couple times. It's very, very normal. Nonetheless, get hyped because we are one step closer. Next up, we got a new map heading our way from the FSG Modding guys, or Farm Sim game. They posted a binary code teaser yesterday saying Backroads counted 2, coming soon. And by 2, I mean 2X. So they already have a 4X version of this, which is PC only, but it is very, very cool that they're going to be making a 2X version, or really technically, I guess you'd call it a 1X version, as a normal map is 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer, and a 4X is 4 kilometer by 4 kilometer. If you multiply, some people say it's 1, some people say it's 2, some people say it's 4. I call it whatever, to be fair. It's a normal size map. That's what we mean. Regardless, new map coming soon. And lastly, today, we got a couple things from JakedUp77, who's the modder for Strasburg, Pennsylvania, that came out last week. Good news, he's already working on an update for that with the community's input. But he's also thinking about starting to work on a new map called the Community Map. And he's asking what you guys love and don't like on maps. What are things that you think make a map perfect? Is it productions, crops, farms, roads, trees, anything that could be on the map or that you could do on the map? What are things that you enjoy? Now, I will leave his page link down below for you guys to check him out, and there you can let him know what you think. And I think you should come back and see me in the next one. Just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to everything we talked about today can be found in the description. Remember, there are no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out the Farm Sim News playlist for the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new. Enjoy the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. Happy Monday to you. We will see you later. Peace. Can't tell you why, but I just thought I would take it nice, easy, and smooth today. No, what's up, it's DJ. Oh, yeah. Not in my mood today. Just chilling. Also, G-Portal shirt. I love this shirt.